conversation that day about, hey,
Well,
here, but we're taking control of the scene.
so here's the deal. As I told you before, our officers were deployed all over the city. So to get enough people there so that everyone felt safe, it took time to do that. Now, again, we can have that conversation on the scene, but if that's not how they're trained, that's probably not going to take much effect. That's why communication afterwards has to happen. And I've already reached out to the leadership and expressed concern about that and what we're going to do moving forward, and that's why the communication has to happen. The difficulty here has always been around the belief that CPD is working with immigration enforcement, which we're not. And there's always been that difficulty. But right now, I'm standing here to tell you this. I don't really care about what people think about that anymore because I know what we're doing. And I'll just explain that so that we can avoid these types of situations happening in the future. Now, I get what you're saying. That's always, when we're looking at a situation like that, we're looking at it in hindsight, right? And things were kind of all over the place. We now know this was the first time something like this happened involving immigration, where someone rammed a federal agent and a shooting occurred as a result of it. Box federal agents in, and a shooting occurred. This was the first time this happened. This is why we're doing an after action, so that we can better respond to this the next time something like this happens. So I get you. So hold on. No, hold on. Listen, I just need to address another thing, and this is very important. There's a lot of heat out there around the Chief of Patrol. And I'm going to make this clear. The Chief of Patrol would never tell someone to stand down when any fellow law enforcement agent is in trouble or in need of help. Now, I will say there was a lot of miscommunication, talking points back and forth about what was really happening out there on the ground, and we need to do better. And if we screw something up, we mess up, we fess up. We fix it. But what I will tell you is this. I'm going to tell you about a man with 30 years on this job who has been out there and handled over 400 protests as the Chief of Patrol. A man who stands on the front line with all of his officers. And I know this for a fact because I stand out there with them. The weekend of Mexican independence, he was out there every single day, worked 18 hours every day, out there with his troops. The DNC, the No Kings March, every protest involving the Palestinians, protests over Gaza, protests over immigration, the man is out there. He has worked on the south side, the west side, downtown. The man loves this job, and he loves his officers. And I'm telling you this from the perspective of someone who sits and talks with this man every day. He rarely goes home. He wants to make sure that each and every one of these officers goes home safely. He has the respect of the protests and the protesters and the people who lead these protest groups. He has a relationship with them. He knows how to talk to people. He knows how to deal with people. And the fact that someone could post one thing without any background, with any context, without any information, put lies out there about this man and what he has given to this city, what he has given to this department, I'm just going to stand here and tell you right now, if I were to turn my back on this man because of political BS, and yes, political BS, and people's political beliefs, I would be a coward. That's not going to happen. That's my partner in crime. I will go to war with this man. I'm not going to allow anybody to rake this man over the coals. The DNC could not have been a success without him. Couldn't have been without him. So, you can't be pro-police when you need something, and then anti when it's politically advantageous. You either believe that the job of policing is a tough job or you don't. You either believe in law and order or you don't. We're going to judge a person based on a post. This man has served this city with honor. And I'm going to stand with him till the end. This man's brother was a federal agent who is now deceased. He talks about it. He talks about where he came from. Small town, poor man. We have similar stories. Never thought he'd be the chief of patrol, and thankful for it every single day. When I talked to him, he was concerned that our officers who would go there would be exposed to chemical agents without their masks. He wanted to make sure that these officers were well prepared if they got there. He wanted to protect his officers. But when we got the information, which I got directly from the head of Border Patrol, that the agents had been involved in the shooting, they had been boxed in, we talked. He immediately redeployed resources to the location to get more people there. See, when you don't know the whole story, it's easy to go online and listen to those who are trolling. I don't really care about that because I know the facts. So I've always said this, and I tell this to my officers. There are two things that you can look at. You can look at your reputation, and you can look at your character. People can determine your reputation. All they have to do is go to social media and tell a lie. Put something up there, post it. But what they can never take away is your character. Because I know the man's character, he knows his character. His family knows his character. Reputation, I never worry about someone's reputation until I have a conversation with them and I get to know their character. People will say your reputation precedes you. It does until you get to know a man or a woman's character. And I'm telling you right now, in law enforcement, with everything that all of us in law enforcement have been through over the years, we cannot turn our backs on each other because of what was posted online. When we do things like that, we're failing each other. How can we talk about anyone else who doesn't support us as police officers if we're not supporting each other? We have to do better. And I'm telling you, Chief Hine is a man of character. And I'm standing here saying this to you, and I don't really care what anybody has to say about it, and I'm going to stand with him. He is my chief of patrol. We will protect this city. We are going to protect all of our law enforcement agents when we're out there. But most of all, we serve the residents of this city. And we are going to protect you. That's what we're here for. That's what he's concerned about, which is why I chose him as chief of patrol. He cares about this city, and he cares about the residents of this city. He cares about law enforcement. And we're going to make sure that we protect everybody in this city and keep calm in this city. This is our city. And the Chicago Police Department is one hell of a department with some amazing people out there working, putting their lives on the line to keep this city safe. And we're going to continue to do so. We're going to show up when absolutely necessary. So I thank you for coming, but look for us out there to do exactly what I said we're going to do, because we've got the best people to get that job done. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. So real quick, were you okay with how gas was used in Brighton Park? Not that it was used, but how it was used.
You feel Christine Owens unfairly applying these scenarios like that?
Guys,
Going